Right, welcome back. I have now glued on the front bumper, the front grille, and the rear bumper as well. So what I've done 2 days ago, it is Saturday now. I did this Thursday night. So the lower part of the front bumper, I just taped that on. Just got to be careful because there's some glue bits. I've just super glued the handles on, so I've got to be careful. Putting the flash on. Right. There, just underneath the tape, you can probably see the line. So it's like an L-shaped cutout on the body shell on both sides, and I'll just put the bumper, the bottom part of the bumper into that L shape, and then I put the tape on, but I didn't glue it at that time. I then put the front grille in, just sliding it in, bending the top out slightly, bending the bottom out slightly, the bottom bumper, just to get it in. And then underneath there, just above my finger, there's like a little lip. So you got to get the lip in as well. So you got to bend that out slightly, get the lip in. Once it was in underneath as well, because there's a little lip there where it meets the bottom part of the front bumper where it's taped. I got that in as well. That kept popping out, pushed it back in. Once it was all in, I got my Tamiya extra thin and just went round with the Revell right inside there where the join is, right inside there. I got my Revell and put it in there. I'm hoping it seeped through to the other side. Same as on the other side, getting right in there where the line is, and then just left it. I've left it just under just 40 hours to dry. So I'm just about to take the tape off now. With the rear bumper, well, the rear fascia, and with the bumper, on the top of the fascia, there's like a tiny little lip, just like on the front. So you've got to get it in first, and then bring the bottom down into there. You've got to bend them out slightly on the curved edges of the body shell. Once you've got that lip underneath, you just, like I said, once you've bent them out, and just slot it in, and then push the lip up right up to where it meets in the corner. I just ran the Tamiya extra thin round, and it looks like it's glued really nice. I didn't even have to tape that because the lip held it in, and once I pushed it in to the curved parts of the body shell, I think there might be a tiny lip underneath there as well. There's a tiny little gap, but that's fine. But yeah, getting that in, I didn't even need to tape that. I've also put a few extra bit of the chrome pieces on, so you got the door handle, the wing mirror for the driver's side. Now, in the wing mirror for the driver's side, there's a little slot on the body shell, but what you'll have to do is you'll have to get your scalpel and scrape the chrome off the tab, because it won't fit in otherwise. And I'll just push that in, my sanding stick, which is a lollipop stick, and I just pushed it in with that, and I didn't even need to glue that. That's gone in quite stiff. Yes, and the front windscreen wipers, now they're chrome. You paint the blades in black and then cut them off the sprue, and then just underneath there's a little like cut out circular tab. Well, it's not even a hole, it's just like a ditch. It's just been cut out slightly, and just line those up and just drop your glue in there. That's it. So the home stretches inside, so I've just got to take these bits of tape off now, and I'm hoping the glue from the inside in the engine bay has actually seeped into those where the lines are. Let's see what happens now. Right, welcome back. So it's been just over a month since I started the charge. I've now finished it. I'm fairly happy how now it's turned out. Things could have been better. I've had to add stuff on, but generally it's not a bad build. But to be honest, if you're thinking about building this, I wouldn't pay more than £10 or $10 because that's what I paid for it. I wouldn't pay the full 35, 40 that this kit is valued, that I've seen it on Amazon for. If you see it in the bargain bin, pick it up. But much like the Munster coach, it could have been better. But anyway, I'm fairly happy on how it's turned out. It's not too bad, all being with its flaws. So here's the final reveal. Right, so there it is, all finished. I haven't put the bonnet on yet, because with the bonnet, you've got to put these two, I mean, they look like handles from a petrol pump. You've got to glue those on. There's two little slight channels and little walls that you've got to push those into. On the left side, I've had to glue that back on again, because when I was test fitting it into there, it came off, because those little arms, there's a slot there and there's a slot on this side as well, and you curl it in and then you put the bonnet down. But yeah, it's not too bad. I've tidied round the door handles, because I glued them on with super glue and there was a little white mark, so I've just tidied them down, tidied round those with the black gloss. Putting all the decals on. The front orange ones and the rear red ones, there's like a little lip that's in the shape of a rectangle, and you've got to get the silver part of the decal on top of the lip. That was quite difficult, to be honest, but I managed to get there in the end. And then you've got like the RT decal there, you've got like the key hole, you've got rear bonnet pins, you've got front bonnet pins, whatever the hell they are, them little orange things there. And again, I've also put decals on the battery. I've finally put the rear license plate on, and then you've got a keyhole there and a RT, pretty much the same rinse and repeat on the other side. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. The trouble is with black, it attracts dust and cat hairs, so you can probably see some dust and little bits of dust particles, so you just get your really soft brush and just pop them off. But yeah, not looking too bad. Now, the underneath part of it, because if you remember, I was making my own exhausts. Well, there you go. So, actually, put that on this roof, probably better. So, underneath here, I made a little Homer drill, and then put like a bit of the curved sprue, so it's straight and then goes down underneath the rear axle. And just underneath the rear axle, you probably can't make it out now, but just underneath the rear axle, there was the parting where I glued the rear part of the exhaust tube. You can't see the join now because I've painted it over, but that's where they joined on together, there and there. And then I just glued the two pipes, the little bits of sprue, like that, and they come either side of the fuel tank and on the inside of the struts. But yeah, I just don't understand why Revell decided to omit that, because like I said, the exhaust finish here with the pipes on the back of the engine, and like I said, I've made these out of sprue and the blue foam. But yeah, that's one addition you're going to have to do. I don't understand why they didn't put the full exhaust pipe on. So turning this over, bloody dust particles on the cloth. Trying to brush them off. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. So I'll put this down. And I'll see if I can do this on camera. So I've got to put them in there. 2 slots. Just making sure you can see it. Yep. So 2 slots, one in, one there. Go on, you miserable pew, get in there. Move that back slightly. Oh, come on. When I test fitted this before, there we go, the arms, right, that went down dead easy, right, so there we go, that's all on now. And I'll give that another quick dust again. Now, you can see that it's still doing it. That's still on the piss. The actual supercharger. I think I'm just going to have to accept that. Because like I said, you know, when I'm putting stuff in, it broke off when I put it on the chassis. It was glued on perfect and it just keeps coming off. So that's another thing you have to be careful of. When you're gluing it on and it will keep coming off and you have to re-glue it and re-glue it and re-glue it. I think that's something I'm going to have to live with, that being slightly on the piss like that. I just don't get it. So I'll just give this one last turn to have a last look at it. There we go. And there it is, in all its glory. Not a bad build, but could have been better. Right, so there it is. Charger's all finished. As usual, hopefully I haven't bored you too much. I'll put some stills on at the end of this video. And then in a couple of weeks' time, once the Winter Olympics is out the way, because I've been watching the sliding sports, the luge, the skeleton and the bobsled, and NASCAR starts this weekend, and I've got World Rally this weekend. So it's going to be a couple of weeks before I get to go back onto the Britannic with the davits, but I'll see you fairly soon with the continuation of onto the Britannic build. Thank you very much for watching.